Hey guys! Today in class we're continuing to convert a mixed number into an improper fraction. We know that there's a certain algorithm that in order to convert a mixed number into an improper fraction, we need to multiply the whole number by the denominator and then add the numerator. Jot it, x, 34.5, write it down, all right, example. 10th, I need to convert into an improper fraction. I already informed you regarding these examples. You have the flexibility to proceed in any sequence. You can simplify the fraction initially and then convert it. However, let's initially do it in accordance with the rule I provided. Irrespective of whether the fraction is reducible or not, we proceed by multiplying the denominator by the whole part, resulting in a certain number, and subsequently add this number to the numerator, thereby obtaining the final result. So I have 10 multiplied by 34, then add 5. Guys, we're maintaining the denominator as it is, indicating that it remains a 10 in value. Take 10, multiply by 34 to get 340. Add 5, result 345. That's a lot. 345 tenths. And I presume you have already noticed that the fraction is reducible, that it needs to be transformed by means of reducing fractions, that is, to simplify this fraction and make it less complex or intricate. The numerator is extremely large and it is inconvenient to simplify it, particularly since you do not enjoy performing divisions. So what do we need to divide? Moreover, an additional question arises in addition to the previous ones.
Reduce 345 and 10.
Let's not forget to keep in mind our divisibility rules. If a number ends in 5 or 0, then it is divisible by 5. This is an important concept to remember. That's why I divide by 5, and I end up with 345 divided by 5, giving me 69 remainder 2. I received a definite response. However, I am confident that all of you had encountered some challenges during this particular stage. It is understandable that there may have been difficulties faced by each and every one of you at this crucial point in the process. And so, to avoid these difficulties, get used to the fact that first you shorten and then you translate. So 34.5, I will first shorten the fractional part. So I leave 34 as is, I divide 5 by 5. And I additionally divide 10 by 5. Consequently, it turns out to be 34.12. And when we take a look, we can see what a truly beautiful number we have already obtained in this calculation. So we are having a conversation about small numbers that are incredibly convenient to work with. What do we have in this place? I have 2 to multiply. I will not write anymore. Please show the arrows. I insert the denominator in the same manner. At this point, I proceed to multiply this denominator by an entire number and then add 1 to the result. As a result, I get 2x34, which is 68. 68 plus 1 is 69, 2. You'd agree working with fractions is easy. To begin, simplify the fraction and convert it to an improper fraction. First, simplify by dividing the numerator and denominator by their greatest common factor. Then convert the simplified fraction to an improper fraction by dividing the numerator by the denominator. This will give you a fraction where the numerator is larger than the denominator. Today, folks, we took another look at an example of converting into an improper fraction. I hope that you will perpetually have the capability to convert an improper fraction into any numerical value that you desire. Next class, we'll review more examples, but for today, that's all. Goodbye until we meet again.